Budget Bible Productions presents The Unforgiving Servant. To teach about forgiveness, Jesus told a story about an unforgiving servant and a king. Now, due to budget cuts and a lack of equipment, today the king is going to be represented by Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast, the Lego version. So in this story, the king's going to be referred to as, well, the queen. Anyway, one day the queen called a servant before her. "Hello, servant, come here, please." And the servant came to see the queen. Now, the reason the queen had called the servant to see her was because the servant owed her a lot of money, like 10,000 bags of gold. That much money. And she said to him, "You need to pay this money back. It's been a long time. If you're not going to pay it back, then you can just go to jail." And the servant said, "No, please don't." In fact, she went on her knees, but Lego doesn't do that, so we'll sit her down. Please, don't put me in jail. I'll pay it back. I promise. And so the queen said, "Oh, very well. I'll just forget about that debt completely. In fact, I'll just forgive it. I'll let it go. Gone forever. You don't have to worry about it anymore." And the servant went away rejoicing because their debt had been forgiven. Yay! Now the servant was carrying along on his merry way, having had his debt completely forgiven. Yay! When he came across his friend. We'll call him Bob. "Hello, my name is Bob." Now Bob owed the servant some money. Not nearly as much as the servant had owed the queen. He only owed 100 silver coins. Way less. But guess what the servant said? The servant said, "Hey, where's my money? Pay it back or I'll throw you in jail." And just like the servant had, this guy went down on his knees and said, Please, have mercy on me. I can't pay it back right now. Please, just don't throw me in jail." And the servant said, "Nah, I'm not having mercy on you. I'm not forgiving that debt. You can go to jail until you can pay it back." And that's exactly what happened. Bob got thrown into jail. Now the queen heard about the whole situation that went down with Bob because some people saw it happen, and she was not happy, so she called the servant back. "Oh, servant, come back, please, servant." Hey, what is this that I hear? I completely forgive your debt, and then I hear about this row with this other Bob person because he owes you a tiny amount of money and you don't forgive his debt. You throw him in jail. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm going to throw you in jail. You can pay every single last penny you owe me, and until you do, jail's the place for you. Now, Jesus told that story to help us understand about forgiveness. You see, Jesus is like the king in the original story, the queen in ours, and he forgives us as long as we choose to forgive people who hurt us. And remember, what Jesus did at Easter by dying on the cross was so that he could perform the ultimate act of forgiveness, letting go of all of our sins. So let's pass that forgiveness on to others. Here's an example of what might happen at home.
Mummy, did you eat the last lockdown chocolate?
No.
Mum, are you telling the truth?
No.
Mum, you know what?
What?
Telling lies is not okay. That was naughty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you forgive me?
I do.
Oh, good. I'm glad you do.